Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening. Today is October 4th, 2018. This is the Environmental Conservation Board. We're going to go through an agenda. The first applicant is Myers, Paul, and Maria, 56 Sycamore Road, demolish existing home and construct modular home. Oh, yeah. That would be you.
How's everybody doing?
Good, you? Oh,
Good.
Hi.
So I don't know if everybody got a chance to review the revised site plan, but I have some notes from our last meeting, and I can point out how everything's been addressed.
Okay, go ahead.
So again, this is the existing on top, and then this is the proposed, and one of the first questions that was asked was for some sort of either rain garden or storm water mitigation system, which we're showing underneath the new driveway. So my engineer is right now proposing 8 Cultex, and obviously he's going to be going over this with the town engineer and consult with him on anything he may end up wanting to either add or see differently. But regardless, that's what he has shown as of right now, and that's based off of all the impervious surfaces that we were discussing, all the decks, porches, walkways, driveways, and obviously the new roof of the house that's being constructed. We needed to note the excavators to be set on top of a poly mat, which it shows right here on the existing. We're going to, before we start excavation or demolition, we're going to be putting on the existing conditions.
You're going to wet nozzle the fueling of the excavator if you need to.
I'm sorry?
You're wet nozzling.
Okay.
That truck is not going to be there all the time.
No, not at all. It's exactly. It's on the back of a truck, and
Right.
as needed, we're just going to make sure that everything. Is that me?
The ghost.
So again, as needed, to be fueled, we'll make sure that the truck ends up parking at the furthest most point from the lake. So as the fueling, as for the note on the location of the existing septic, we showed where the existing SDSS was. It's right in the rear of the house, and that's not going to be disturbed at all. We're not touching the existing septic or tying into the existing pipe that goes into the tank right now.
Can you show a septic location on the plans?
Yes, right here.
Yep.
Yep. We noted that the oil tank that's in the existing basement is to be removed by a licensed oil tank removal company, and that the concrete washout will be placed on the property in the front corner. Again, we're trying to keep everything as far away from the lake as possible. And then we needed to write a letter, so we do have a letter, and we actually we also put the construction sequence right on the plan. My engineer felt that was the most logical thing to do, so that way if the contractors, are there on site, they don't have to worry about a stapled on letter or whatever it may be. It'll be right on the plan for everybody to see.
Also, the only other thing is you have to notify the wetlands inspector after.
Correct, I
The
do remember that
fence
from
is
last,
installed.
yep, after the silt fence is installed.
It says after he's done.
So I've been told stables should notify town wetland
Oh, yeah,
inspector.
it's told
once he
to
has
make
given his
an
approval,
inspection.
remove all.
Yep, got it. Everyone jumped a note. All right, did he address all the stuff from you?
So let's see, I'm just gonna go down the real quick list of what I had here. Calculations of new impervious surface. Store on poly, fueling area, plus instructions on how to fuel. On how they'll be fueling. I know they have
There's really no,
temporary fuel truck location, fine,
the wet nozzling.
fine. Note to removing the oil tank per DEC guidelines.
Well, we're noting that a license, I cannot do that. My license doesn't cover that. So the owner is going to obviously have to hire a licensed oil tank remediation company to come in, empty the tank, and cut it in half, put whatever they have to do, you know.
Clean it up, the whole nine.
Exactly, and take it out. So that'll happen. That company will pull a permit, obviously, and they have to be licensed, so they would have to abide by all the DEC regulations.
Fine with that.
Okay. Provide concrete washout, and then,
Still touching that. All right.
yeah, the wetland infrastructure project. That was it. That's all I had.
Alright. Any other questions by anybody on the board?
Is there anything happening to the boathouse?
No, we're not touching anything down there.
What's that?
We're not touching anything beyond that limited disturbance where the silt fence showed.
I mean,
All right, so then, if nobody has any other comments, do I have a motion to accept the application for Meyer, Paul, and Maria for 56 Sycamore Road, demolish existing home and construct modular home? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, you're on the clock.
Great, thank you very much.
All right, thank
Have a
you.
Good luck.
Do you know what on the clock means?
30 days? Yeah, so
Wait a
I'll
minute,
upload
wait a
that.
minute.
Come back in
What's
2
this?
meetings.
That's the new driveway.
The driveway exists here.
Yep.
Can you hold on one second?
Wait a minute. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I just want to check something.
Yeah. This is the drive. What kind of pervious, is it impervious?
Blacktop.
What's that?
Blacktop?
Yeah, it will be blacktop.
Right down
so
to
it
the
will
lake?
be- No, not to the lake. Okay, so that's another
This
question.
is what it looks like now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the questions that was asked last meeting was whether or not this existing drain is outletting into the lake. And we ended up lifting the manhole, or the covering, the grate that's there, and we tried to take a look as to where it was going. And all we could see, without obviously excavating and finding out where it was outletting, was it was actually going sharp to the left toward the neighbor's property, and who knows where it's going from there. So my engineer actually
Like my
proposed
back.
to completely, and it is noted here, to abandon that pipe, and we're gonna be redirecting all of the stormwater into the new Coltex system in the front.
So you're adding more blacktop?
What he's saying is
We
where
are
you're
adding more
confused.
blacktop, this is the existing, and it shows, if you look at the corner, the basin that shows it right now is pretty much at the corner of the existing driveway. There is no garage currently in the house.
Right.
So they are adding a garage, and obviously they need to be able to access the garage, so they're gonna add that corner of asphalt. What's there now is staying, and we're adding that, and that obviously is impervious surface.
And that was taken into consideration for the
Absolutely.
calculations.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, we'll see you in a couple meetings.
Awesome, thank you.
Improvement to the site in general. No. It's, I suspect that
Yeah,
that
right.
pipe just goes right into the lake. So it's good that it's going through a Coltech, so
You done with that?
probably there's
Yeah.
probably a,
Origami?
let's just go into it or something.
Now for my next trip.
Watch me, yeah, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Okay, next item is,
Joel wants to give you some plans if you haven't given them. You have some more plans, don't you?
No, Rose said to bring an extra set, so I just wanted to. Same thing, just an extra set.
all right, so, we're going, this is a full permit, right?
Correct.
Oh, yes.
Because, whatever, so there were no comments from the public. Could you please state your name and who you're here to represent?
I'm Joel Greenberg, architect for Jim Scarfone and Beth Sabatini.
Okay, the town engineer, site plan details 799 South Lake as developed by Architectural Visions. The engineering department has reviewed the proposed rain garden calcs as part of the site submitted on the above matter. It involves the creation of a rain garden to collect and treat the runoff from the roof area equivalent to the size of a proposed addition on the subject property. The rain garden design details contained on the plans and the design calcs are in conformance with DEC. Should provide electronic version of the SEAF, and
That was done already.
it says, as the porch is being erected, the engineering department has recommended that this application be referred to the building department.
I think so.
And the applicant will need to apply for a floodplain development permit.
Already
See
done.
attached. And should you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me. So here is the floodplain development permit. Attached. He's taking care of Rich. And I think that's it, right?
Is there a plan along?
Can we go through the things, the checklist that we had also asked for last time?
The checklist?
The checklist.
What checklist would that be?
So this was a number of items that we had requested.
Do you have a plan?
Make sure they're in the file. First was a copy of the approval from the zoning board.
Oh, that, we said that we would not be able to get until after, that's zoning, we can't, I don't have a copy of that.
No, the DNO hasn't been typed up yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been
That's-
typed out, yeah.
All right. Between Cabana and Water, Poly, oh wait, Harbor Decks and Havens.
He had sent over, do you have that, the information?
Addition to existing porch, right?
Yeah,
Is there an existing site plan?
Seven nine nine South Lake Boulevard.
yeah. Here's the deed.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Is the wrong, this is, last time he was here, it says 799 East Lake.
August 16th you have there, Nick, right?
Yeah, no,
No?
September 6th? My 75.43.1-17.
Yeah, he was here on the 6th
Oh,
also.
okay, there must be a typo on
On
our.
us.
Yeah, okay,
South Lake, South Lake.
South Lake, not east.
South
South Lake.
okay. September 6th has a typo.
Do you have a site plan?
I don't, all I have is a marked up, yellow highlighted.
That's a clean
That's
one.
all I have.
You had, add the no machinery will be there, the dumpster, the size of pipe, length and pitch. Gutter leaders to the rain garden,
Poly over.
hay bale on
Cabana, between
Cabana.
the cabana and the water.
and the engineer to check the calculations.
What, the cabana, what?
If you recall the site plan, there is a,
You're putting on a new roof on the
no,
cabana?
Right here.
that's not done.
Oh, you're taking that off?
That's not on the project.
No work on cabana. There's a note on the
Is there
drawing.
a note? All right. No heavy equipment, note of no heavy equipment being used.
That should be on there too.
There's no note on the drawing. Must be in the letter. I know it was on an email.
There was an email that said that no.
It was an email. Oh, handwritten in, right.
got it?
Got it.
All right. Show drain
good.
tie-in to the rain
He
garden.
did that. He
and
shows a pipe,
details
he
of
shows a pipe
size,
leaving here, a 6-inch PVC pipe to rain guard.
depth and pitch.
Yep.
Great. Dumpster on plan plus material storage, as John said. Dumpster site. Where is it?
Right here.
Look at the, zoom out there,
Dumpster,
Got it.
and the, no, and the, dumpster and the material storage.
material storage right here. on the side of the
Beautiful,
house.
great. Square foot on left side of cabana, we're not doing that. Rain garden calcs with Rich,
Done?
Chairman, right there.
great.
Yeah.
That's it?
I see the floodplain application?
Sure can.
Was the plan submitted with this application, Joe? Is it in the file?
Right here.
No, he's saying this permit,
With the permit?
did that go out with
The floodplain
drawings?
Development permit.
Did you submit that application with a set of drawings?
Right, the pla- Where are they?
What's that? How else would you?
I'm not questioning you. I would just want to see them.
Well, should be in Rose's file, right?
They're not in the file, Joel.
Not in the file.
There's just a regular set of architectural drawings and then this with the rain garden.
Yep.
This is all that it is.
That was submitted based on our last meeting when you.
To us,
to
correct.
us. But prior to that, I submitted the wetland application, which is. with
I'm
the,
not looking at.
No, we're not looking for that.
I'm looking for the floodplain permit application and with a file that goes with it.
Can I have that for a second? This is the floodplain application that you submitted. What documents did you submit with this?
The same thing as I gave you.
Right, did you get an acknowledgement that you,
I gave it to Rose, she didn't give me anything to give you, I assume she, whatever would be required, she would give.
It requires certain things in there, and I'm not sure the plan shows that stuff.
Was this approved?
No, that's just the,
Well, this is the application.
that's the application. We don't know if it's been approved or not. Here's what you're supposed to do, dimensions of activity, existing proposed elevations in relation to sea level, proposed elevation, the lowest floor, all of that. What zone is it, what floodplain base floor elevation is available? Okay, proposed elevation, location of existing structures.
It's cutting, filling, materials.
The plan that I have
Drainage.
here really has no elevations on it, and that requires elevations. That's the whole idea of a floodplain study, is the elevations.
Given
are
to
what
the
are
town
important.
engineer, I got no response from him.
Read what's required in there.
floodplain development permit? Oh, this is Rich Franzetti's floodplain.
Yeah.
So Rich is saying the applicant will need to apply for the floodplain development permit. See the attached.
And that was filled out.
Can, just I'm not sure the point of order on this. Can he begin work without a floodplain permit, or does that block an ECB permit?
I think it doesn't block it.
Doesn't block
I'm not sure what
anything.
it blocks, but before he can do anything, he needs the permits.
Yeah,
What has to happen now is, once I get your approval, I bring this and everything else to both to Rich and to Mike Parnassa. So if there's anything else that Rich wants, I will give it to him. As I said, as of this afternoon, there was nothing.
We usually require permits.
No, I've done this before, I've never gotten anything.
But this is a town of
So-
Carmel
Of course it's-
floodplain permit.
It's town
So
of-
Rich
Rich takes
should
care of it.
Rich takes care of this.
Okay.
I mean, I'll call him tomorrow.
I'm sure Rich is gonna take care of it,
Of
but
course he does. I mean, I always sit down with him before.
I don't recall.
I don't recall this
Ever
Yeah.
being done.
that being done here. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, this is something new.
Right.
And we usually require permits, outside permits to be,
Well,
and he's applied, there's no doubt.
But this
he's
is an
applied.
in-town permit. You know, it's going,
Can you be issued, so I don't know the enforcement of this, I haven't seen the laws, so I mean, can you be issued a stop work order on a, do you know if you can be issued a stop work order
I'm
on
sure
without a
there must be.
floodplain permit?
I'm sure that it's.
it just says here, it says on Rich's letter, says that the applicant will need to apply for a floodplain development permit. see the attached.
Right.
That's what he did. I trust this is adequate to the board's needs. Should you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me.
Yeah,
My
I don't think it
question-
blocks us.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like it does, but I just wanna make sure that we are not
We've
the thing that
never done it
like.
before, I'm just raising it up.
Let me make a suggestion, just say that, with the approval, put a condition there that any other approvals required by the town of Carmel will be obtained prior to construction.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yep.
That's good. Good one, good thought, Joel.
Once in a while, I come up with it.
Prior to start of work,
Like, I've never seen this before.
I know. It's something that.
applicant
Is it?
I think they just.
to provide
Or they-
approvals.
In this town?
Mhm. It's a town bylaw. It's a town permit.
I'll have to look into it.
All other permits.
Yes, to know. Floodplain.
Okay, so prior to start of work, applicant to provide approvals of all other permits, okay?
Town permit, yeah.
Town permits,
Well, you should say all of the permits, but go ahead.
permits, all of the permits, and then I'm gonna put,
All the permits required, that's all.
All
I'm gonna
required.
put the
Yep.
floodplain, et cetera.
Sound good?
Certainly does.
Okay, so with that, do I have a motion to grant the permit number 945 to Elizabeth Santini and Vincent Scarfone for 799 South Lake Boulevard, Mayapack, New York? Do I have a motion?
So moved. I'm sorry.
That was,
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Would you move it, you seconded it?
Oh, I mean, two people move it. I don't know if that counts as a second or not.
I have a question on something else, if you have a moment.
I know, riveting.
We'll ask them.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, I have a situation, this is a piece of property on Kirk Lake, and the owner put some boulders there to block people from going through the property. Does that require an ECB? I mean, it's less, the boulders are less than 100 feet from the lake. Does that require,
Is he gonna be pulling a machine in there to get the, he doesn't need a permit, he will have to come in here
He
for-
already put them there.
yeah, they're there, but
Probably.
Why was
den-
why was the boulders put there?
to prevent vehicles from going through to getting to the lake.
I mean, launch,
like a
launching
boat
boats?
ramp?
I don't think it's,
Hey, who owns the property?
Within 100 feet.
Charles Minnis.
I mean, you start getting into, how did he get the boulders there? Do you know?
No, I got involved after this all happened.
I don't think
I
that.
would just go for, you're gonna go out there with a machine to remove them out.
Are you getting them
Wait,
removed or are you
wait,
asking?
wait,
No, they're
After
there
the fact.
now. They're there now, and
Yeah.
Dennis from the building department says that it requires a permit from you. And I'm saying to myself, to put boulders along the road, why
How
would
is that any
require-
different
I
than
don't,
cosmetic?
it's not on the road, is
No,
it?
it's on
It's
his
at the
property.
lake shore?
Yeah, let's say this is Kirk Lake Road, let's say this is the lake.
Yeah,
It happens to be a long, narrow piece of property.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
yeah.
Stones, I mean, boulder.
How far off the road?
They're within his property.
How, in proximity to Kirk Lake, where are they?
Well, the property itself is maybe 40 or 50 feet deep, so let's say they're 30 feet from the lake, 35 feet from the lake.
From the lake? Okay, the only thing I can, maybe has some sense, we removed boulders in Lake Mayapack because it was called Sunken Island. It was a rock, and people hit it, and it was an annuity to people repairing boats. So the Park District decided to remove them in deeper water. We needed a permit to put them in deeper water. However, if we took those boulders out and put them on land, wouldn't have been a problem for the DEC. So I don't know if that helps you at all.
Well, so it sounds from
That's
consensus.
You
DEC.
didn't take them out of the water, you just
No, we
inserted them,
just bought them
from the land.
XYZ someplace and plopped them down.
Why don't
He
we
ca- he
ask the
carried 'em
chairman
with
to ask,
Yeah.
counsel for an opinion?
So is the homeowner trying to
ask.
prevent people from using it as a launching ramp?
Right.
It's not a.
I don't think it's a
Structure.
problem.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Okay, well,
I'll ask.
How big are the boulders?
I'll call Charbonneau.
You don't have to
Our
put
law,
one
though,
right to
in
the
our
letter, and then
code.
you can respond to it.
Sure.
Code, it doesn't say anything about
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll have to check with council.
You're getting real technical.
Oh, no.
Definitely.
Why, is that our next meeting?
No,
A couple of boulders
That's the end of the
constitutes a
month.
fence?
Columbus Day first, Columbus Day.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
To
know.
you.
I don't,
All right, we just have to do this, and then we have the
my
minutes.
gut is telling me that's not.
It's not permanent. Right. It's not permanentable. It's
But,
not, I mean,
but it
literally.
gets, it gets buzzy because
already
you're
done.
setting precedent, no, I know that, but you start setting precedents of like, so if I put a fence that is movable, let's say it's not permanent, do I need to get a permit? And to me, that means it's probably, or at least a letter of permission, the answer is probably yes to that, because that's specifically encoded it. That specifically said, it mentioned in our code fences.
Well, a fence is a little different.
I'd say.
Different than a boulder? What if you put,
Yes.
what if you put just a couple of fence posts?
Yeah, but the post that you're actually going into the ground.
So the owner wants to prevent people from using his property to
Right.
launch boats.
What if you put cones, orange cones?
Well, what about,
Orange cones are really
Fair.
temporary.
Could be just knocked over.
how is there a different color cone? Okay, like the letter. I'm dying to know about this one.
All right, so, will,
Thank you.
will the
Yeah,
proposed action create a
definitely.
material conflict
No.
with an adopted land use? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of land? No.
No.
Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No.
No.
Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a CEA? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in adverse change of the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway?
No.
No, I hope not. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonable, available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No.
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 Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water supplies? No. Public-private wastewater treatment facilities? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources?
No.
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 Will the proposed action result in the adverse change of natural resources, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, and fauna? No.
Nope.
Will the proposed action result in increased potential of erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No.
Nope.
Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No.
No.
Okay, so that's it.
Good night. Take care.
Have a good night, Joe.
Good luck, Joe.
Good night.
What if you?
One of those questions is possibly yes,
Which one is yes?
possibly flooding. Now, you could say, obviously, that's not the case, but the fact is he has to apply for, he's going into a floodplain. If you block a floodplain, that means you're flooding other areas.
But the house,
I don't, I granted, it's probably a very small chance about that. But the fact is, there's a reason why he has to apply for a flood permit.
think-
And what he's doing is probably not gonna amount to that. But there's flooding right there. I mean, that's,
I would
so,
still
but
say
if I
no,
look
because of
overall, at the
pylons.
overall,
Pylons.
this overall secret determination is, you know, it's yes or, it's yes or no, may, some impact, or some little impact. So if you look at the no on here, it's small impact may occur. So,
that's the no?
that's the no,
Okay.
all right?
Huh.
And then the other one will be moderate to large impact may occur. All right?
That's yes?
Well, there's not a yes, but it's
No.
no or, we call it yes, because,
Yes, okay.
but otherwise I'll be here reading all
Okay,
night.
okay, all right. I'm glad you clarified that.
Thank you. So meeting minutes, the only one that the first one is August 2nd, 2018. The only one that cannot vote is John Starachi. Do I have John, do I have a motion to accept the meeting minutes of August 2nd, 2018?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The next one is 9/6/18. The only one that cannot vote is Ed. Do I have a motion to accept the meeting minutes for 9/6/18?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, well, The next meeting is 9/20/18. The only one that cannot vote is Vince Terrano. Do I have a motion to accept the meeting minutes for September 20th, 2018?
So moved.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. That was easy. You gotta be like you gotta keep a scorekeeper around here. So with that, everybody enjoy, whoever has Columbus Day off on Monday, enjoy the long weekend. Otherwise, do I have a motion to close the meeting?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Good night.